Roll call.
Mayor Ball. Vice Mayor Costner.
Here.
Alderman Bug.
Here.
Alderman Gregg.
Here.
Alderwoman Holt. Here. Alderman Morgan.
Here.
Attorney Terry Hurst.
Here.
Administrator Scott Collins.
Here. I have approved the minutes of the previous meetings.
I'll make a motion.
Have a second.
I'll second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Proclamation and recognition of the citizens by the mayor. I'll let Mr. Scott Collins handle this.
Mr. Vice Mayor, our first award is for our Employee of the Month. This gentleman has done an outstanding job for several years with the city of Newport. And not only does he do an excellent job with the department he's involved in, he crosses over departments and does a lot of help. And this past summer, the fall, on into the winter, we came to rely on him very heavily. He was tremendous for us with Showcase on the River. He did an outstanding job during the trick-or-treat at the walking track. And then again at Fantaland, he done a wonderful job. And all this on top of being the go-to man when it comes to having a ditch line cleaned out or some major problem with the street department, Mr. David Hill. And David is here under false pretenses. I told him I needed pictures of the council, which I do. I wanted some action shots, but he didn't know about this part of it.
David, you're number one.
Hold on, I'll say one more.
Work?
Congratulations, David.
Good man.
You deserve it, Dave.
Congratulations, David.
Our next awards go to various folks that made our showcase such a wonderful success. And you all know we've been doing this for the past 2 or 3 months. It's because we've had so many great people involved. And with that said, we've got several volunteers here that made our day on Sunday such a wonderful day. And one started out, Mr. Willie Green helped us coordinate Willie Green and Dale Brown helped coordinate on the Veterans Celebration. Rob Mathis was our MC on it, and apparently they've been tied up. And then 2 other groups that were so vital to us. The first one was Five Rivers Volunteer Motor Group. We certainly appreciate your help. And also with the military, if you'll come right here, sir. Also the Cobb County High School Junior ROTC was instrumental on our Veterans Day. Thank you, sir. If y'all will hang with me just a minute, we've got a few others. Without getting the word out on this, we couldn't have been successful. So fortunately, we had some great partnerships with WNPC. Accepting on behalf of them will be the voice of WNPC, Mr. Ray Snake. And WLIK will not be here tonight. I'm giving that to them Thursday morning. And then Newport Plain Talk. We appreciate their getting the work out.
David's sitting right there.
He comes to the meetings more than I do.
And then those that attended with us, we had our fun zone out in front this year. Huge success. And the volunteers that worked it really worked it. It was probably as strenuous as the river and all the other great events. But heading up the fun zone for us as a volunteer was Miss Tanya Cameron. Okay, I'm going to ask Tanya to stay here with me because she coordinated all these volunteers and she may be accepting a lot on their behalf. Her mother, Elva Cameron, has worked with us for all 3 years. Ashley Shelton? Ashley here? Okay, Ashley was another one. Michelle Mooneyham, Ronnie Campbell, Wayne Green, and Wayne is here. And we hope you come back again this summer. Y'all go right over there. We've got Donnie, and the other, got a couple more here. Mr. Donnie Costner. Donnie helps us with an in-kind contribution by letting us use his land. We more or less take over his entire property here in the showcase. And Donnie, we want to show you our appreciation, sir. Appreciate that. And then the Newport Rescue Squad, we're representatives from the Rescue Squad. They help us tremendously by doing the river safety and do the boat race and all the canoeing. And then Tractor Supply Company, they helped us by giving us a great price on the paddle boats, which was a great hit. So these are the folks that helped make Showcase such a great success.
Elsie, you want to move in podium now, boy?
Yeah.
Get David to work, baby.
Nelson, don't you want to get David to hold?
Yeah. I'll be every week. Ray, can you over those to your right, please? All right, 1, 2, 3. Take another one. 1, 2. Good. Shake. Thanks.
Wait. Please, wait. I know it's just a little camera. I'm not riding my baby with me.
We want to get them off, right?
No, let's walk back.
Oh, no.
We have a report from Scott.
Okay, the department reports are on file here at City Hall for anybody wanting the individual department reports. From the administrator's office, please bear with me because we've got a lot. Now that the holidays are over, we've got a lot going on. The USDA Rural Development financial application was submitted to the state. It has cleared the regional review. It is now in Nashville for review, and according to Alan Hawk, the area specialist, he hopes to have an answer by the end of the month or sometime in February. That, of course, is on the library complex project. As most of you have seen, the work is progressing on the Tanner School Building Cultural Center. The cleanup segment is in its final stages right now. Once everything is out of there, that's when the abatement of the asbestos and the lead paint will be underway, as well as the mold. Once the abatement process starts, the entire parking lot will be roped off and no one will be allowed access when they're physically removing the asbestos material. But everything is on schedule and everything's really looking good up there. Our Parks and Rec guys have been up there several times, mainly Mark Hill, and a lot of good work going on up there. On several of our grants, we're still waiting on approval from the TDOT right-of-way office to go to the next step on the Phase 2 of the Riverwalk. And also, the TDOT right-of-way office is reviewing the Safe Routes to School grant. So we sent them an email on January 5th, and we're hoping for a response to find out what the delay is, but we are staying on top of it and working through on that. Once we get approval on the preliminary right-of-way, that's when we will work with our city attorney, and from there we proceed on, and then the next step will be the bid process. Meeting was held on December 19th on the 2011 Community Development Block Grant. State auditors came in and looked over the grant process, were tickled to death, said everything looked great, and that grant is being closed out, which in turn allows us to apply for the 2013 grant, which you all will be asked to pass the resolution tonight. That grant will be for abatement of the odor at the sewer plant, wastewater treatment plant, that you'll be asked to approve tonight. You all have been provided a copy, a report on debt obligation. This is Tennessee Code Annotated 9-21-151. It's an annual report we have to make on our debt obligation, and we just need to read it into the minutes that you all have been provided a copy of this report, and Mayor Connie Ball will also be issued a copy of it later tonight. Two more quick things. Well, one of them's not quick. The traffic signal number 5 at the intersection of Jefferson and Broadway, we tried an experiment. The 2004 report on that recommended that traffic signal be removed. However, in discussions with several of the business owners throughout the past couple of years, they voiced their opposition to having it removed because of the hardship it would cause them. Well, Newport Utility was asked to go ahead and bag it up so we could experiment to see how the traffic flow went through there. We've heard from the business owners. The bag will be removed tomorrow. We're going to be working with Progression Electric and work out a solution to this. So please rest assured, we'll put the work order in to Newport Utilities first thing in the morning. Matter of fact, they probably already have it right now. And we will ask that the bag be removed, and then we'll continue to work on solutions to, number one, help the traffic flow, but number two, help our downtown businesses. And lastly, from the administrative office, we are going to start a monthly newsletter that we're going to be submitting to the council, have available to the public and to all the employees. It will have information ranging from employees' birth dates, special stuff, anniversaries, also on the events and all the great work the council's doing, as well as upcoming activities. So we're going to try to have that out around the middle of each month so we can just be more informed communication. Mr. Vice Mayor, that's all I have, sir.
Okay, thank you. Number 6 on the thing is appointment of boards, commission, committees, and the beer board. I don't have a sheet on that, but I've read off computers. L.C. Gregg, is that Connie's recommendation?
Yes, sir.
I have a motion to appoint L.C. Gregg to the beer board.
I'll make the motion.
Second, okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Reports from committees and members of the council and other officers. First is the Tanner Preservation Alliance, Mr. Roland Dykes III.
Good evening, council members. I appreciate you guys keeping me on the agenda for each meeting, although I don't always have a lot to tell you. But we are continuing to make progress with Tanner Preservation Alliance. We have been duly chartered, I think, as I reported in the last meeting. We have been recognized for the state of Tennessee as an ongoing business enterprise. We are continuing to grow our membership without having really done a lot of recruiting. We've gotten a lot of word of mouth and continue to grow. We're now in basic planning stages of trying to raise funds through a variety of means. Mostly we have some fundraising efforts, we'll have some grant applications, and we've been in touch with some other similar organizations in trying to pattern ourselves in how they operate and how they go about their business. At this point, there hasn't been a lot done in terms of getting the 501(c)(3) application in, but we're working on it. We expect to have that back within the next 30 days and should have that completed also. We had to get our EIN numbers and everything in before we could apply for that status. We have since done that, and it's in process, so we expect, as I said, to have that back in a matter of weeks. I would think it wouldn't take much longer than that. I can't think of anything else. Colleen, can you think of anything? That's about it as far as the status of Tanner Preservation Alliance. We certainly have been appreciative and noted the ongoing work that's going on at the building and look forward to seeing it restored. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay. The Christmas light program, Mrs. Sarah Stoke and Mrs. Kelly Stoke.
This is just really a review of what we have been doing the past few months. I've already talked with Darrell Hall at the NUB, and they're going to be taking down the lights soon. Wolf Tree is going to be taking them down, is that correct, Tim? With the help of Parks and Recreation. Some of the employees there, they're going to help and take them down. They've already got a plan of how they're going to store them, and they will be hung. They're not going to be laying down. They're not allowed to be laid down. That's what usually breaks them. So we're going to be hanging them, and they've got a plan for that. And I'm going to have to give some information to Mr. Hall about the lights and how long they've been up and the wattage and that kind of thing to sort of know how to bill. We do have one light that has never worked, and I'm aware of that. And I'm going to ask Mark Hill to tag that light, and I know I have a snowflake that's half out, and I'm sure that's probably from some of the wind damage and things that we've had prior to Christmas. But those will be worked on immediately, and we'll know what we need to do with those, and then I'll call Mr. Temple if there's a problem with the light. And in my understanding, there's not a problem with the wreath itself. There must be a connection problem with the light pole, but we'll double check that. But I'm already looking at plans for next year and where we're going to add and things that we need to do. And again, I want to thank you for your support and Tim and Mark and all the men that helped put them up and it's going to help remove them. So, do y'all have any questions?
I have a wonderful suggestion.
Okay.
Since y'all did a really, really good job, next year when it comes time to decorate the tree, I think that it would be a wonderful idea if you got involved in that.
Okay.
Because I know Mr. Ronald Lindsay would help.
Yes, I think he would.
And I think that we could come up with some kind of way to where we could get big ornaments and maybe shape that poor little ugly tree up a little bit.
Yes.
And make it look really pretty. And
right.
Then we can have a really pretty spot right there in the corner.
Well, I think you want to accept that.
Definitely.
Okay. That we can put that on our list and we'll start looking for that. May I ask, can we go ahead if it needs to be shaved, but it needs to be now? I know there's lights on there. If I'm not mistaken, the tree has grown around the lights. So we're going to have to remove the lights and then see what we can do about shaping it, and we'll take care of that bill.
You might even have to cut the lights off. I think the lights have been left on for 3 to 4 years, and the tree has grown into the lights.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, they'll
sucked 'em
probably
in.
have to be cut then. But I'll take care of that on my part, if that's okay with you.
I don't believe you get no
I think it's
observation.
wonderful
Thank you.
Okay.
Tim, is somebody gonna be present when they take the lights down that,
to
We
help
will
them.
be, we won't leave her out there by herself. We'll
I wouldn't
have
think
to
so.
have Newport Utilities to help us get the lights on. But I'd like to make a suggestion is, with that tree is, let's find another solution and do something a little better than that tree.
Do you not think it would do better, I mean, once it's actually pruned and shaped like a tree? I know it has been
I think we need
diseased.
the tree there, I'm not saying cut it down, I'm just thinking there might be an alternative that we can do, something more dramatic than doing that tree, possible. But we will help her in any way we can.
I have a blue spruce at my house, and it's actually a big, beautiful tree. And the city can have it. I don't care.
Just kind of dig it out.
Yeah.
There you go.
Bill, I cannot.
No, I thought you
We'll bring our shovels.
I think we come up with a plan. and,
I think that's
Right.
where Mark would come into play.
Okay,
Or
okay.
David.
We can do that.
your mark, you said you didn't have cover.
David's got a bucket truck though.
And I tell you, without Tim's help and Mark and David, they've all been there and really helped, and it could not have happened without their support and
Even the
so-
town support, I mean, without them, we wouldn't have had the money to get the lights and have the positive reaction that we've had.
And so far, it's been very positive and very encouraging. Everywhere I've been, Knoxville and Marshtown, people that has been there, has commented, that's come through and knew that, you know, we were involved in that, has been appreciative. And like I said, we couldn't have done it without your help. And all the money is in except for the county's money. All the money's been turned in, all the bills are in. But I did check to see if the county has turned in their check yet, and they have not as of Monday. So I'm sure it'll be in, and then all the bills should be paid, and we should have a balance. We should be in the plus, and I'm going to see how much and if we can purchase anything else. Okay? All righty.
Kelly, are you gonna have a request in for the next year for monies out of the 13-14 budget? Are you all gonna put in a request for lights?
We would like to, yes.
Okay.
And for the 12 and 13, if there's any that.
Y'all were speaking on your appreciation to the business community and everybody else. Well, the Board of Mayor and Aldermen wanted to show their appreciation for you two for starting this project up and doing all the hard work. So with that said, we want to present you these plaques for your time and dedication to light up the holidays 2012. Your efforts and willingness to brighten the Christmas spirit is appreciated by the city of Newport and its citizens. Thank you all so very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you. We don't have no old business left over. Okay. Number 9, new business. A consideration of closing an unnamed alley. Mark Robson, Planning Director, what's that about?
Hopefully in your packet, you've received a map of the Eastern Plaza Shopping Center that shows Cash Alley, which is between the former Freeman's Furniture Building and the current Food City. Grocery store.
Used to be a drive-through for a bank.
Yeah. The request was submitted to the planning commission asking to permanently close that alley and to quit claim it to the adjoining property owners. And the planning commission has made that recommendation to be presented to this board.
So you make that recommendation, a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Bud, I have a second.
I'll say, Freddie.
Ready, second. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you, Mark. B, the consideration of ordinance number 2013-1 to rezone properties known as annexation area 1.
And Vice Mayor, I'll read the caption of that ordinance into the record. It's ordinance number 2013-1, an ordinance to rezone certain property known as annexation area 1, property fronting on Highway 25 W/70 from the intersection with Highway 25E to Falcon Industries. That's 810 West Highway 2570. Within the corporate limits of Newport, Tennessee. That was within the area that's been annexed. For your information.
Have a motion on that then?
Yes.
I have a motion to consider the ordinance.
I'll make a motion.
I have a second. I need a second on that.
Yeah.
I have a second.
Is that come recommended from the, I'll make the second.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Okay.
That's the first reading.
That's
We'll
correct.
need a second reading and a public hearing.
Good. Is that good? Okay, the next is consideration of resolution number 2013-1 to authorize an application for 2013 CDBG grant. I have a motion.
I'll make the motion.
I have a second.
I'll second.
All in favor say aye. None of them. D, consideration of selection of administration services for 2013 of the CDBG grant. What's that?
The recommendation on that, Mr. Vice Mayor, is to go with Community Development Partners. They're the ones that successfully completed 2011, so we recommend selecting them for administrative services for this grant.
I have a motion to select the community services grant.
I'll make the motion.
I have a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it.
Second.
Okay. Scott?
Yes,
You need to say anything on E, discussion?
Well, as you know, that the city and other public government entities can do transactions among themselves. As we discussed last month, Newport Utilities does have a bucket truck. We do have money in the budget that would allocate for that, so with the board's permission, we'll go ahead and work that deal tomorrow.
We own Newport Utilities, why do we have to buy the truck again?
Well,
It's under a whole different.
it's on a different,
Yes.
governmental, but it's, we have to purchase, for the ratepayers, a fair rate price, and they call, Miss, you want to talk about, Sherry, I'll let you talk, please.
We have a TPO power contract plus our auditors list. We have to get market value for it, and the only thing that we can give is in the tax payment to the city. And that's $900,000, so that's pretty good. I mean, you know, so. We have our auditors and TPA regulations, won't let you just give it to you, have to get market value for it.
And this will help the city quite a bit because,
The market value on it.
Yeah.
yes, this,
They did Sherry, didn't y'all do
We have some quotes from the vendors that. we might be interested
they call 3 or 4 vendors.
15,000, I think was the estimate. Is that what, yeah, 15,000.
And this will help the city, and like I said, when we start our light program and tree program, and this will really help Tim and his department.
I'll make the motion that we purchase the truck for $15,000. Now, is that, Tim, y'all looked at it for the?
We haven't had a chance to look at it. Mr. Collins, I think, has visited.
We've had discussions on it, and we know there's some minor issues, but it's still.
It's a good truck for the price. There's a couple of issues, and I was, yeah.
That our mechanics can
Yeah,
easily.
And I would recommend Tim, when take your men with him, let them boys show you how to operate it.
Oh, no doubt.
Okay. Is that
So we have a
okay?
motion,
I'll make the motion based
We'll give them
on,
a crash course.
Okay. Crash course.
Ooh, I don't like the sound of that.
Where's it gonna go to?
Sherry, that's bad words.
It's going to the city.
It's gonna be,
We're gonna be used.
Now, do we have, is that gonna be covered under the insurance and all that?
It will be the minute we take, yes.
Okay.
My motion stands.
Okay, and
I'll
they,
second it.
you gonna be at the park or?
I think we're purchasing it from Park Direct, right?
That's what we would prefer that, but I think what they was asking more to store it, was that?
No, which department? I didn't know which department.
well, they use
Department
it.
should be able to.
It'll be Parks and Rec,
It'll
but
be a city.
we'll use it for anything needed.
Right, but
We should be I said there'd be some certifications requirement to go with it.
You have to have people trained.
Do you,
but if we're gonna do it, both departments need to be certified in it?
For the operator.
Whoever operates it.
Operate, yeah.
Motion is second.
Yes. Roll call, this, any discussion?
you
Okay,
done?
You done? Okay,
So
since
we're
this
okay with
involves,
knowing that there's gonna be some operating expenses, knowing we're gonna have to get people certified.
There's no doubt about that.
yeah, well, I believe you got some men that worked the bucket truck before, hadn't you? Wolf tree.
I think they.
David, is there anything you hadn't ran?
No.
You have expert like
We'll go through the training with him.
They're trying to give you
We'll get
good
everything
course.
certified.
Okay, do we need a roll call, vote on this since it's money or just?
Might as well.
Okay, call roll call.
Alderman Bud,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Costner,
Yes.
Alderman Gregg,
Yes.
Alderwoman Holt,
Yes.
Alderman Morgan.
Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Reed, for helping us on that. And Scott, thank you for working on it.
Thank you, Sherry.
Okay, F, discussion of requested for sick leave for Sergeant Ricky Park.
Mr. Vice Mayor, once before I spoke about an officer requesting leave, and I mentioned what their problem was, and I got told I violated the HIPAA law. But I will tell you that I have approved Ricky Parton's second bucket, which I have the authority to do. He has limited time in it, and he will not be able to return to work before that, and he will be needing to get into his third bucket before the next council meeting. So I asked for the council to consider tonight giving him an opportunity to go into his third bucket of sick leave.
Okay.
Make a motion.
You got a motion, I have a
I'll
second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. On the consent agenda, there's none. Okay, are there any bids, purchase, or expenses, anything, Scott? No. Okay, any comments from citizens? Well, nobody wants to say that, thank you. Okay, now I have a motion adjourned.
I'll make a motion.
I'll say that. Yeah. All there.